Randy McKee here with Soccer 605. I'm here with Coach Paul Bennett, the head coach of University of Sioux Falls Men's. Pulled her out kind of in overtime tonight, huh?
Yeah, similar to what we did last year in the GPAC semifinals. Took it to 2 overtimes. It was a tight game throughout, and they got the first goal, but luckily for us, we got back and got that tying goal right back and evened things up. I thought we were the better team up till then, and I felt kind of hard done to go a goal down.
Well, I was sitting there watching the game and trying to get some video, but, you know, it's one of those games that kind of a, you know, so many coaches just have a gut-wrenching feeling because you have chances, you're in their end, but the guys wouldn't reward themselves or couldn't. Werner made a couple great saves. It's one of those things where, you know, that's why coaches say you got to finish those chances off, huh?
Yeah, I wanted the guys to get on them early in the first half, and unfortunately we didn't create as many chances as I'd like the first half, but I thought second half we did a good job of creating chances, and like you said, their keeper came up big on a few saves and, you know, kept it even. So luckily for us in overtime again, Yeyu Amare got the game winner.
Yeah, that goal that Tallsrud got earlier was an awful nice goal that brought you level.
Yeah, he just kept working. The kid was trying to shield it out, and he just kept working and got around the outside of him and slid away nicely.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of players try to score goals like that on Werner, and they just can't get her done, so that was kind of a special goal for Ryan, I think.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes when you see a defender shielding the ball out and letting it roll, the guys just give up and don't keep going, and he saw he could get to it, and he got around the edge, and like he said, I think he placed it. He placed it well, which you need to do against a keeper like Jordan Werner.
So this is kind of one of those games that's kind of dangerous to play. The teams know each other. You know, it got a little bit chippy there for a while. You always worry about getting a player hurt in a game that statistically doesn't matter, but for a turf battle, I guess it does matter.
Yeah, you know, being that there's in the NAA and we're moving up to Division II, I think that they want to come in and beat us, and also that we beat them last year in the semifinals. They had a little grudge against us, and also just bragging rights for, you know, the best college team in South Dakota, being that we're the only two that are playing this year.
Well, I know, and also so many of these guys know each other too from high school, so that brings a little bit more of a rivalry into.
Yeah, a lot of these guys were buddies growing up and went to same high schools and whatnot. And we even had a couple brothers going at it there with Chaz Foss going against his brother Aaron Foss on the outside there.
And they didn't let up on each other. They got into a couple pretty good scrambles there.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, right when Chaz got in, you know, we had a free kick, and him and his brother were kind of tussling, you know, letting him know, hey, I'm not going to let you have the best of me, little brother. So. Yeah,
that was fun to watch. Well, so what do you have coming up? You're about halfway through the season or a little more. What do you have coming up then to finish off the second half?
We have 5 games left, so we play a Sunday evening against Upper Iowa, and then we have almost 2 weeks off, and then we'll go to play Upper Iowa and Truman State the last weekend of the month, and then following that following weekend we'll have a couple teams coming in to Sioux Falls to finish the year.
So I see a lot of the college coaches at state tournament last week, and I know you can't probably talk about specific names, but it looks like you got some pretty good players hanging around the sidelines these days.
Yeah. You know, Connor, our graduate assistant, was up at the state tournament and saw some good players, and we had a few of them out watching tonight, and some of them might be looking at Dakota Wesleyan and us. So again, it's nice for us to get the win against them to kind of let those kids know, you know, we're the better team in my opinion. So a better place to go.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of guys who would agree with you, and probably the guys in blue wouldn't probably as much. But you know, it looks like you know, you're winning the games that you should win right now. You know, you've picked some real tough teams to compete against this first year. So do you think it's going pretty much as you expected it would? Yeah,
we're right about where I expected. I mean, coming into a nice game, we were 3-7-1, but 4 of the losses we had were by 1 goal, and at least 3 of those 4 games were games that we could have won if we would have just kind of finished games off. So we could have easily been a 500 team coming into tonight. But the thing that's a positive is we're undefeated at home. We've won 3 and tied 1 at home, so I'd like to keep that up and get another win Sunday night.
Well, sounds good. We're going to be here at Soccer 605, and we'll be seeing if you do get that next win at home. So, Coach Paul Bennett, thanks again very much for spending a few minutes with us and letting us know how your team's doing.
Thanks, Randy. I really appreciate the coverage. Thank you.